Hey, what up YouTube? It's Mr. North 14, and today I want to talk about the Blink home security system. Now this is my 1 year, 6 month review of this system. And like I told you, when I get this system, I was going to do this a long time ago, but something happened. The Blink XT cameras came out, and I really wanted to sit back about 6 months and really get a chance to use them. Okay, since they came out last February. So here it goes, people. This is my 1 year, 6 month review. Now the one question I get from people that watch the 6 month, they say, are you still happy with the system? Let me tell you, not only am I still happy with the system, I am ecstatic about the system. Okay, like Mike Tyson, I'm just ecstatic because the best thing about this system is that it's wireless. It's the freedom that this system gives you to place your cameras anywhere. And let me tell you, the first thing was the inside cameras. You know, they allowed you just to place your cameras anywhere inside your home. Not have to worry about reception. Not have to worry about, is this a good place? Is this a bad place? If it's a bad place, move it. You know, it was so awesome, the freedom and the ability that I had. So that's the number one thing I tell people. They say, what do you like about it? Man, it's that the system is wireless and it gives you freedom. And I tell people the second thing I like about the system is the 2 year battery life. Now, when I first got Blink about a year and 6 months, a year and 6 months ago, almost 2 years ago, the thing was that they only did 1 year battery life, you know, and I wasn't getting that 1 year battery life because what Blink was doing is they were shipping some cheap blue batteries, some lithium ion batteries with the system that didn't last because they weren't quality lithium ion batteries. Okay, now on the support site, they tell you to get the Energizer Ultimate lithium ion batteries, 1.5 volts. Now, once I purchased those, I was getting what they promised. Okay, so that's a big deal. Make sure you get the lithium ion batteries. And now the batteries are so good. They know the batteries are good. They now ship the Energizer lithium ion batteries instead of the cheap batteries that they used to ship. So like I said, go to Amazon. Amazon has the best prices on the lithium ion batteries that you need. Okay, the Ultimates, Energizer Ultimates that you need. And the one I get, they actually give you a free pair of lithium ion batteries just to say thank you from shopping from them. So that was the second best thing that I really enjoyed, the battery life, knowing that if I went out and got the appropriate batteries, the ones they suggested, that I was going to get the full battery life. Now, right now, I'm on about a year, okay, on my inside cameras. Okay, I replaced them last August because they only lasted like 6 months, and the system had came out that February. They lasted from February to about August or September. Now, I'm sitting here, I'm on August, September of the following year. So right now, they're holding out a whole year, okay? But the bad part about the system, one of the bad things about the system is, let's go into bedroom hallway. Now, you see the battery life indicator? It says everything is okay. It's in the green. Now, it has a color change. It'll change yellow when it's about halfway, and then it'll turn red when the battery is no good. But this thing doesn't work. Okay? It doesn't work. Now, I'm going by how they used to have it. It didn't say okay or something like that. What it had on there was a battery indicator, and it was green. And it literally was on green when every when every camera in my home basically went dead. So I don't know if this new system works from the update that they have, but I'm just going by what I did in the past, what I saw in the past, And what I saw in the past is that it didn't work, so I'm going to still go with that until another camera dies on me and see if the battery indicator light in the settings tell me. Okay? So, like I said, that's the second best thing I like is the 2-year battery life. Okay? I just like the ease of use, like I said, was pretty much the number one reason. Okay? And the battery life and everything. Okay, so I got all that down about what I really wanted to talk about, the things that I really like about the system. Now, another thing that's great, but it's a double-edged sword about the Blink home security system, is the updates. Now, they basically update this app almost every week. And the problem is you really don't know what's in the updates, because they don't initially say on Google Play Store. I have an Android, so they don't say what they changed or what they did with that current version that's out. Now they might have the information for one that's been out, 2 months ago, 1.94. They might have that one, but they don't have the newest one letting you know what they did. And the thing is that they hide a lot of great features. People don't know about the great features that are there because they don't check. You see what I'm saying? You have to, after these updates, you literally have to go into the program and check to see what's going on and what's up. For instance, let's go to the folder where they keep all the videos. Okay? Now, as you can see now, they added a storage bar. That lets you know how much room you have left from the free storage that they give you. And on top of that, if you push this little arrow that goes up and down, you can auto delete the clips. So you can say, I want to delete them every 3 days, every 7 days, every 14 days, every 30 days, or every year. Now, I've known people who have clips as far back as a year, because they don't like to delete anything. I'm the type of person that I know what it is, so I can delete it, But for you people who don't, you have these options, but you would never know to look for these options because you don't know what was added. So my main advice to everybody that has this app, whenever you go in, go here, go to About Blink, and what it'll do is it'll tell you the version it is. And if that changes to 1.9.12 or 1.9.13, go in your app and check it out and just push everything that you would normally push on, because you never know what they might add. Like, for instance, if you go inside here, you have scheduling. That's something new they added about a year ago. But like I said, if you don't open up the app and actually experiment, you really won't know what's new. Okay? Now, another great thing that they add is that you're able to label everything with the updates. Okay? So as you can see, I have basement, I have bedroom, hallway, and things like that, so that you have a description, of what area you're at. And it just gives it a personal touch. It's not something that was needed, but it does give it that personal touch. Front room 1, front room 2. It just gives it that personal touch. Another part about the app is, if you see down at the bottom, this is the Sync Module button. You click on that, and as you can see, it's going to tell you what firmware, that the Sync Module. Now, the Sync Module, that's basically the brains of the whole Blink system. This is the thing that is organizing every camera in your home so that you can get that 2-year battery life. But, like I said, if you don't realize and go in and check and see what update that they just did, or what they did to the update, as you can see, you can change your Wi-Fi network now. At first you didn't have that ability to go in and change your Wi-Fi network. Now you're like, well, why I want to change my Wi-Fi network? You know, sometimes you might have a booster, like a range extender or something like that, and you want to hook up to that range extender, or you have an access point or something like that, and you want to hook up to that extended signal, then you would go in there and change the Wi-Fi signal. Okay? And another thing that I love about the Blink home security system now is that it's so easy to set up. Now, about 2 years ago when it first came out, I spent like 30 minutes getting this whole system together. 30 whole minutes getting this system together. And now it's so easy. You just get the app, give it an email, give it a password. Once you give it an email and a password, it doesn't matter what phones you put it on. As long as you have that same email address and password, everybody's going to get the same notifications. Everybody's going to get the same pictures, and everybody's going to be able to delete things and stuff like that. So you don't have to worry about it. Everybody will be involved in the process. Your wife, your kids, everybody will know what's going on with your home as long as they have the app and they use the same email and password. A lot of people ask me that question, and that's why I'm putting that out there. But they say, if I have two phones, can I? Yes, you can, and that's how you can use it, okay? So we're talking about the camera. I'm saying to you that they do so many updates that you have to go in and check everything. For instance, as you can see, manage accounts. If you go in here, you can do your notifications. This is awesome because this is how you're going to get notified. This is how you control that. Now, what they can do is every time you schedule an alarm, now you can schedule this system to go on, you can schedule it to go off. Okay? And here's where you can control that. I hate it telling me, okay, your system is Army. Even though most people would love that, and that's a good thing. Okay? But, it's just so many things that can add stuff to this. And that's why it's so important to go in and check your camera and make sure that the camera battery low light is there. It's on. The camera offline, that's on there. Now, I don't know if the camera offline works because sometimes I've had it where my system is offline and I have never gotten an email from that. And that's maybe something that they have there now that they haven't really added. But if Blink is watching this, I have this feature and it is not working as far as I know for my system. So if you guys, want to send me something, let me know, or post something onto my page about that to let my viewers know that, hey, this system hasn't been fully engaged yet. Okay, because I don't think the camera offline has, because I've never gotten an email every time my camera system has been offline. Now, something new that Blink added again, like I said, because these updates is a trip. You're going to get one every week. So you have to pay attention. The temperature units. Okay? So now what you can do is go into your camera. And it's a beta right now, but you can hit on that beta with temperature and you can send yourself alerts when your camera reaches a certain temperature. Now that's very important because if it's too cold, you don't want to leave your camera outside. If you got below, freezing, because that's going to do something not only to the camera but also to your batteries. Your battery's not going to last as long. And if you live in the Midwest like me, it's going to get very cold. Okay? So this is a great alert to have on. It doesn't get too hot. We barely get over 100 degrees where I live, if not the 90s. That's pretty much hot, as hot as we get. So I don't really have to worry about putting that alert on now, but when the winter time comes, I will, because I know it's going to get below zero a lot. And you just want to, the maintenance of your cameras are really important. And as you can see, it also has a calibration where you can calibrate your cameras. And basically how you would do that is just put a thermometer by your camera. You know, the thermometer says it's blank. You just set that temperature. So the thermometer say it's 74, but the camera set for 76. You just change that to 74. Voila, it's calibrated. You're ready to go. It's that easy. You got to give it to the guys at Blink for making this really simple. Now, okay, we're also in the inside camera app, and as you can see, I got motion enabled, and I got retrigger, sensitivity, and clip length. You know, the retrigger time is just what it says. It's how fast the camera is going to reset up itself to take another picture. And then you got the sensitivity. Again, that's going to just, that sensitivity doesn't really matter so much in that, let's say if a car goes by in the street and you got the camera on your outside Blink camera, and you reduce the sensitivity, it's still going to notice that car. Because what it does is the Blink camera uses heat. Okay? What that's doing is just saying, okay, we're going to not recognize that heat so much, but the heat is still there, so it's going to recognize it. Okay? But it might, you know, tune it down a little bit. It's like a thing that makes, I hope I explained that right. But like I said, sensitivity is something that matters in a way, but again, it doesn't matter because I have my sensitivity in my basement all the way up because I want to know any movement in my basement. Okay? Now the clip length is very important too because when this come factory, the retrigger time is at 12. The sensitivity is at 5. The clip length is at 5 seconds. Let me tell you, and that's what they say, you need that so that you get the 2 years of battery life. Let me tell you, those, when the default retrigger, sensitivity, and clip length it comes with are unrealistic. Okay? It's unrealistic because you are not going to get anything from a 5-second clip. You're going to have to take that up to about between 10 and 20. Okay, as far as a clip length. You're going to have to take the retrigger time all the way down to, like I got 15, but I even go farther than that. But just because it's a basement camera, I really don't care. You know, I mean the bedroom hallway, I really don't care about the retrigger time and stuff like that. But I got it all the way up on 9 so it can see clear across to the room, to the window on the other side of the house. So, like I said, basically, I'm just talking about the default settings on here, and that in order to get the 2 years, I'm just telling you, you're not going to get the 2 years with the batteries because the default settings for this are not realistic. Okay, you're going to need to up everything. Now, this is the inside again. This is the illuminator light. This is one of the things I really hated was this illumination light because I thought it startled. I mean, it startled. You know, if somebody broke in, it would startle them. And, you know, you don't know how a burglar would think, oh, they've seen me. You know, me, when I have a camera, I always think a camera should be quiet. It should be subdued. It's just there. They shouldn't know. You know, but if this is a home security system, it'll have an alarm. That's the thing that scares people and makes them run out your house. Okay? A loud alarm that the neighbors can hear. And that's something the Blink Home Security System doesn't come with. Okay? It doesn't come with. Now, just to finish this off, and then I'm going to talk about, now as you can see the Wi-Fi signal, and then there's another sync module. A lot of people don't know that with this is that, and we'll show that, the camera to sync module, you have to get 3 bars. Okay, that's another thing people don't understand about this system is that you have to get 3 bars in order for this system to work good. Now, you can update this and everything will probably get some better signals here because the signals change as quick as can be. But as you can see, the Wi-Fi signal in the house is saying, bam, it's great. But I'm not getting a good signal from the sync module. And I don't understand why that is because usually the sync module is the thing I get the best signal from. So I'm going to have to check out my sync module and see what's going on with that. Okay, because usually I'm getting about 5 bars from the sync module. So let's go into the front room here and let's see what readings we're getting here. So everything is the same here. So something's telling me that I'm having an issue with my sync module. Okay, and that I need to reposition it so that I'm getting a better signal around the house, because I should not be getting that signal. Again, this is the thing you have to do with this unit. Like I said, every time there's an update, go in and check it out, because they're fiddling with things in the background of this app. They're fiddling with things, and sometimes they're making the cameras more sensitive and they're making the camera less sensitive. For instance, let's go, a perfect example would be if you go into the outside cameras, the Blink XT cameras. Now, at night they have infrared. When these cameras first came out, I mean, they put it up extra strong, the night vision. It was extra strong, the infrared, so that it made things really look like they had light. For instance, if you're looking at my patio here, my patio deck, this whole thing was lit up where I could see back to my neighbor's fence, the white fence that's back there by the jacuzzi. I could see my neighbor's fence. Everything clearly. If somebody was to walk or be in that picture, I would do that. But then they went and they turned it down. Okay? And so I couldn't see back there, so I had to call them and say, hey, something's going on with my night vision. You know, I used to be able to see my whole deck, but what it was is they're tooling around with things in these updates, you know, making things brighter, lighter, and so he had to send another update from the update that they sent out for everybody to readjust the infrared on my camera. You know, at first I thought maybe it was the batteries, you know, because it was outside, but it had nothing to do with the batteries. It's these updates that they do almost on a weekly basis, okay, that just, you know, really plays havoc with your system, okay? And like I said, whenever you see that number change, you have to go and check this thing out. Okay, you have to go check it out and see what's new, see what's happening in there, because they've made changes, and they've made changes internally to how the system works. They've added things, and you'll notice, like, when they just added this 1.910, my picture quality actually went down. So let's give you an example. I don't know if I can show you, I don't know if I should say picture quality, but it leaves lines in the pictures, you know. So hold on, we'll see what's going on. Okay, it's not doing it now, but let's go to the inside camera. Okay, so you're saying, okay, Mr. Noor, I like the way you got this set up. You got inside, outside. Now, that's for a reason that I have the system set up with inside, outside. What I have is 2 sync modules hooked up in my home. Okay? I have one sync module that controls the outside cameras. I have another sync module that controls the inside cameras. A lot of people don't know you can do that. That you can have 2 sync modules, if not 3, in your home without messing with the other one's signal. And it's the best thing to do. So, like, for instance, I want my outside cameras on 24 hours a day. Okay? I want them on 24 hours a day. They're always going to be on. Sorry about that. That's an update reminder on my phone. But anyway, like I said, this, what we're talking about is basically how I set my camera up. Now, I have a great YouTube video on the best way to set up your cameras. Go see that. It's going to go into a lot of depth and why you should do this, that you should set up a 2 sync module system. And if you have a bigger home, set up a 3. You know, this I needed 2 because, like I said, I have my outside cameras. I want them on all the time. But my inside cameras, I won't set to a schedule. Okay, so that I have a schedule here. So let's go to inside cameras, and then I go to my inside camera schedule. Let's go to schedule here. So, see how I got that up? And I want you to see what times I got. So, I'm going to do that real quick. But that's the beauty of this whole system, is that you do have the scheduler. It's on there. But you're going to be able to separate your house into zones. Outside, inside, left side of the house, right side of the house, upstairs, downstairs, basement. And you're going to be able to leave things on and set things and schedule things to your convenience, to your liking. Okay, so like I said, I have a video about the best way to set up your Blink home security system and cameras. Go look at that. It's going to explain everything in the detail. Okay, so what do I dislike about the system? Okay, I love the fact that they have updates. But I hate the fact that it's so many updates that you don't know what they added because they don't tell you, because there's nowhere to look. And I wish that they would immediately, if they have an update, put that on the web page so that you know what's been added and what's not been added, so that you don't have to go into your phone. I think that what they should do is that when they do an update, a little screen should pop up and say what's new. And so you should be able to read that and say, hey, now I know what to do, or what's new with my camera system, and you don't have to go into the system and look at it. Another thing I dislike about the Blink home security system is that there's no alarm. Okay? There is no alarm. They promised us an alarm when this package first came out. Okay? Because I had it ordered. And I'm upset that they broke that promise and didn't release the alarm with the system. Because I tell people that's why this is not a home security system and this is a home monitoring system. And I tell people, don't use this to protect your family. Have other things in place. I have other alarm pieces in my system to my windows and motion detectors and things like that I've added, that I literally had to add through adding a different security thing to it, just so that I would feel safe and secure. Because the Blink system, where it's not a security system, it's a home monitoring system, did not give me that. Because there was no alarm that they promised. Okay, when this first came out, they said this is a home security, do-it-yourself type of thing. There's no payment you have to make. You just purchase the products that we have to secure your home. Then all of a sudden they changed and flipped the script on everyone and said, okay, we're going to give you a home security system that we promised you in the beginning, but we're going to make you pay for it. Let me tell you, that really irked me. And that's one of the things I hate about this system. And if I would have known they were going to change the course, I probably would have went with an Arlo. I probably would have went with a Simply Safe. But when they first started out, I thought they were going to say, hey, you buy these products, everything will work. And as an option, if everything good works and you're secure with our system, here is a pay model that you can do for added security. Now that's how they should have done it. But what they decided to do was to make us pay for what they promised in the beginning. So now we have to pay for an alarm system. We got to pay for an added water support system. To say if it's any leaks or waters, we have to pay to turn this into a home security system. So that is the main thing I hate about this system, and probably would have been a deal breaker for me in the beginning if I would have known this. Okay? But like I said, overall, I'm happy with the system. It's extraordinary. I just wish they'd keep their promise that they did in the beginning. Don't make me pay for an alarm. because now you want to make it a security system. You know, that's my only gripe with this system. That is my only gripe. And like I said, the fact that they update this too much and don't tell you what's going on. But that's my only gripe. Other than that, I would say, people, get this system. Get this system because it's flexible. You can move it anywhere. Get this system because it's reliable. Okay? Get this system because it has a 2-year battery life. You might not get that 2 years, but my goodness, I am up to 1 whole year. So I know I'm going to get at least a year in battery life when I'm using the Energizer Lithium Ultimate Ion batteries. When I'm using those, I know I am going to get, that. Now, there's a ton of extra things that you can do to this system to make it even better. And I'm going to have a video on that, because you can create your own way so that your system never goes off. Okay? And you're like, what you mean by never goes off? If someone cuts the power to your home, it's a way to set up this system so that it will never go off. Now, what they're going to do with it in the system they make you pay for is they're going to have the sync module, and the sync module will also be wireless, but wireless in a way that it uses cellular connectivity. So if someone shuts the power off in your home, then you go on the cellular level. But there's a way you can do that with this system and not even have to worry about that. And I'm going to have some tricks of the trade video to make your system better and smarter later on. Okay, so that even if a person trying to get into your house shuts off your power, your system will work, and it will work flawlessly. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed some of the stuff I shared with you. Like I said, this is my 1 year, 6 month review. I'm not trying to get into the details of the system or show you everything that's in the app and what the app does. This is just to let you know that I am happy with the system. The system works as advertised. It even works better than advertised. I have the freedom to move these cameras around, and I am truly happy with my Blink home security system. And I would suggest anyone this system as a home monitoring system, not a home security system. I will not be purchasing the home security part when it comes out, because I don't believe I should have to purchase that, because I should have a choice. I hope that somehow they allow us to have a choice with that, but right now they probably won't. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a lot out of this, and like I said, I'm going to be doing another, and I'm going to talk about other things, okay? And I'm going to let you know my feelings about this system. And like I said, I really enjoy the system. So please go out and get it. This is Mr. Noor out. Peace.